The war clouds over Iran are getting darker. American media is flush with reports of an impending war that could start as soon as this weekend. US President Donald Trump is pursuing a dual track with Iran. On the one hand, he's negotiating a nuclear deal, but on the other, he's assembling what he calls an armada. The question is, if talks fail, will Trump pull the trigger? Let's look at the latest statements. The White House is sounding positive after the talks in Geneva, but they warn that a breakthrough is still far away.
I think you heard from the administration and the State Department yesterday that there was a little bit of progress made, but we're still very far apart on some issues. I believe the Iranians are expected to come back to us with some more detail in the next couple of weeks, and so the president will continue to watch how this plays out.
So Iran has been given 2 weeks. During this time, they're preparing a draft proposal. In normal circumstances, this would dispel fears of war, but with Trump, that's not the case. Think back to last June. The US and Iran were in the middle of similar negotiations. Washington set a 2-week window for Iran to make some progress. Yet, 3 days later, Trump attacked Iran's nuclear sites. Chances are, Iran is bracing for a repeat. Their president reiterated Iran's long-standing position that the regime does not want a bomb.
We have stated this many times. My own statements are not important. What matters from an ideological standpoint is the policy and the fatwa, religious decree, of the supreme leader. We are in no way seeking nuclear weapons. Whatever form of verification they want to carry out, we are ready for that verification to take place.
Well, there are two main issues stalling the talks. First is Iran's enriched uranium stockpile. The United States wants Iran to abandon it, but Iran says we will dilute it but not abandon it. They want to retain their enrichment capabilities in the future. And secondly, the US wants Iran to curb or dismantle its missile program. Again, this is a non-starter for Iran. Much of Iran's air defenses were destroyed during the 12-day war with Israel last year. Israeli jets knocked out Iranian surface-to-air missiles, including the Russian-made S-300 systems. So offense may be Iran's best form of defense. If they give up their missiles, they will be vulnerable. Amid this deadlock, President Trump is increasing the pressure. Yesterday, he launched a verbal attack on UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The reason was Starmer's deal over the Chagos Islands. Well, these are a set of islands in the Indian Ocean. They're home to a joint UK-US military base called Diego Garcia, and Trump doesn't want to give it up. Here's what the US president is saying. Should Iran decide not to make a deal, it may be necessary for the United States to use Diego Garcia and the airfield located in Fairford in order to eradicate a potential attack by a highly unstable and dangerous regime. Well, this confirms what was always feared, that Trump is actively considering an attack on Iran. Reports say the US military is also preparing for this possibility. They're bracing for a weeks-long operation if Trump approves it. On the other side, Iran is also preparing. This week, they carried out military drills in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this is a crucial waterway that carries around 20% of global oil trade. Iran's Navy practiced shutting off this strait, a move that could send oil prices soaring. And as we speak, a Russian warship has docked at the Iranian city of Bandar Abbas. They held joint drills in the Sea of Oman. Meanwhile, on land, fortification measures are also underway. We can show you some satellite pictures. Now, these reveal Iran's nuclear facilities at Natanz and Isfahan. Both have been fortified in recent weeks. Tunnels are being buried with sand and concrete, and roofs have been reconstructed over missile launching sites. So, Iran is bracing for another US attack. Their supreme leader has made his position very clear. A new war will be a regional war, meaning US allies in the region will be targeted. Iran is hoping that their offensive capabilities will deter the US, but President Trump appears to be pushing ahead. And this is a firepower he has deployed so far. 2 destroyers in the Mediterranean, presumably to defend Israel. 1 guided missile destroyer in the Red Sea. 3 combat ships in the Persian Gulf. 2 destroyers in the Strait of Hormuz. 1 destroyer in the Gulf of Oman. And the USS Abraham Lincoln carrier group in the northern Arabian Sea. And a second carrier is heading to the region. That's the USS Gerald Ford, the largest warship in the world. Reports say it's heading towards the Strait of Gibraltar. Once this firepower is in place, Trump has many options. He can use the posturing to force Iran into making concessions. He can launch a limited wave of strikes to put pressure on Iran, or he can go for the kill, launching a rapid attack in an attempt to decapitate the Iranian regime. Many say it would be unlikely for Trump to gather so much firepower and not use it. So this weekend, Iran, West Asia, and the world will be holding its breath.
The streets roared her name. Supporters climbed rooftops. History seemed ready to repeat itself. Then it happened. A flash. A burst. Panic swallowing cheers. In seconds, Benazir Bhutto was gone. Not voted out, not defeated, but assassinated. Catch the full story on the assassination at these times, only on First Post.